Well, good evening, everyone. This is William K. Murtathon, Mert Witness 1, and welcome to another Thursday Murtathon. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Getting off to a kind of a light start here. That's really strange. My cell phone says one time and my computer says another, so I don't know which one of these is right. So I went by the cell phone as far as starting up. And yeah, the usual stuff going on. I'm going to be discussing something a little interesting tonight when it comes to the antics of conspiracy theorists. Because it seems that Tim Holseth is really not doing too much in the conspiracy theory sector, but we do have rather another one of these similar events that have come up. Good evening, Luke. Welcome to the chat. There is another website that does a lot of investigating of these scammers, and he does so in a rather unique way. Guy swears more than I do, but he does a good job, and he's got quite a following, and he's come across another one of these alleged scammers. And in this case, it's a Francesco Amato, who is supposedly another one of these sovereign citizen silliness type people. And they somehow managed, right smack in the middle of a pandemic, to allegedly scam a couple out of a minimum of $5,000, and if I read the article correctly, there may have been more than that involved. Because if you get down, okay, I know, but Discuss goes into a lot of detail and everything, and naturally he had the same problem I did. He starts reporting on this stuff, and the next thing you know, he's labeled as being some child trafficker. This seems to be a pattern with these people. But there's quite a bit going on there. I would suggest that you go over to his website and read it, because I don't want to detract from his hard work. But I decided when I saw this I was going to discuss it briefly, and I'll have to admit that I'm not too up on this case. I've been seeing drips and drabs of it on the on this website and other places about these people, and I find it rather remarkable. For instance, here, these people are taking sightseeing trips, and who do we have doing this but Tim Holseth? You see pictures of going down the road, pictures of landmarks, and so on and so forth. And this Francesca Amato apparently has this punish for protecting thing going. She's written a book, she's got a live stream or some kind of media thing out of the city of New York, and she's kind of big on this stuff. And they basically, according to what Discuss has to say, they charge a consultation fee of about $50, and then if you decide you want to go further with them, they go on and will file this sovereign citizen type paperwork, and file these things. The problem is this stuff is worthless, and the people wind up losing not only their case, but they lose, if there's a child involved, they lose the child. And that's what happened here. They went through all the sovereign citizen stuff and wound up losing anyway. Hi, Kingfish. Good to see you too. Welcome to the chat. Uh, but Discuss is another one of these people that is trying to expose these scammers. He's been doing it for a lot longer than I have. I only got into it because of Tim Holmseth and Field McConnell. But he's uncovered a bunch of these people. This is a very widespread problem where these people are taking advantage of parents and guardians of children that have got themselves on the wrong side of CPS and other authorities similarly like them, and they decide that people like Field McConnell, Kirk Pendergrass, and in this case this Amato character, and they're going to go ahead and dole out their hard-earned money to these people, only to find that they've wasted it. And this is to do this, and right now, in these times, is it's overly despicable because people can't afford to be pissing away $5,000 in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, they need money for food, rent, mortgages, and all this stuff, and then you got people like these two characters come along and just rip them off. And again, this is another one of these situations where they're likely under investigation, but the government is just dragging their feet and taking their damn time prosecuting these people. And it's sad because these people are getting rich off the troubles of other people, and there doesn't seem to be anything you can do about it. You sit there and write about these people, and the next thing you know, you're some kind of pedophile or this or that or the other thing, and you're dragged through the mud. And these people don't own up to the challenges. I mean, Discuss laid out in detail the challenges he made for these people to prove what they were right and everything, and they just ignored him. They, instead of answering the man's questions, they smeared him, gaslit him, made all kinds of threats and everything else. They simply will not defend themselves. And this is right down the same thing that Tim Holmseth does, the same thing that Kirk Pendergrass does, Field McConnell, and the whole bunch of them. And they just seem to be, they're like moles when you play the whack-a-mole game. You whack one and the one bumps up and so on and so forth. You just can't seem to get rid of these people. And it's amazing the number of people they have on their websites. You go to their websites and they got 40,000, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. And I'm sitting here with 751. I was up to 754 and it dropped back down again. I get maybe 20, 30 people a night in here on a good night. Right now I'm at 13. Somebody just went poof. But, it's amazing how these people get the following they get. It's weird. Hi, Dodger. The one post that you made actually brought me into my night's discussion here because I looked into this Francesco Amato thing that Discuss is writing about, and this is something else. This is another Field McConnell. I mean, they're doing the exact same thing. They got a group of people that are sucking these people in, taking their hard-earned money, and the people are left holding the bag. Their cases are either worse or just nothing happens. And, so there's another group of people out there that have lost $5,000. Well, that might be true, King. I don't care how many numbers I get. It's amazing how many people flock to these websites. It's just incredible. And it's like a fish going after bait on a hook. They just go to it and then they suffer for it. I see the initial 5,000 on this thing that Discuss did, and the headline is 5,000, but if you go down through the article, they actually got more than that. I gotta fix this, it's too big. But, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think Field could be the grandfather of the sovereign citizen movement. He's been doing it for so damn long, but he keeps coming up with different crap, and it's like, and then somebody got it into his head about this Pentagon pedophile task force nonsense, and that's finally what did him in. So we can thank Tim Holmseth for that. He's the man that brought Field McConnell down. Tim Holmseth is over there spewing his conspiracy theories, and Field McConnell is under house arrest. He's in a hell of a nice house, but he's under house arrest. So it's... Well, I think what it is, with these people that get involved with CPS is they're desperate. This is somebody that wants to regain custody of their loved one. And so somebody like these two come along, and the next thing you know, they're not only up the child, they're up $5,000. It's just pathetic. And, you would hope that the feds would step in and say, enough of this already. These people need to go to jail, but they seem to be dragging their feet. Part of it has to do with this coronavirus. Right now, they have a more important thing to worry about than a couple grifters on the internet. And so they're prioritizing themselves. Excuse me. They're doing, I guess, what you call a triage of important events. And they got things that are more important right now than a bunch of sovtards going on a shopping spree on the internet. They spend $5,000. They take $5,000, and instead of flying out there, they drive across the country sightseeing. They take the more expensive option. In the long run, probably the wise thing they did, but they drove all the way out to California to suck money out of these people, and nothing became of it. It's tragic. But, this is what we're dealing with today. And then you got some idiot like Tim Holmseth saying that the Mercy ships that are in New York Harbor are there to take care of these kids that were found in underground tunnels rather than the sick, so they're giving out misinformation, and Facebook's doing nothing about it. I have sound. Rebecca, try doing your thing, because my sound should be on. The meters are working and everything, so double check yours and see if it's you. Anybody else having sound problems? Because it's, everything's working at my end. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, it's hot. Let me do this. Okay, why is this not? Let me try it again. What's going on here? Okay, I guess... Sorry about the all caps. I guess Rebecca was having a little bit of trouble with hers, because she's not picking up sound. Sometimes if you don't pick up sound, sometimes you gotta... excuse me, you gotta refresh. It's something to do with YouTube. I've run into it when watching streams myself. For whatever reason, it buffers or something. And especially if you're using a smartphone to watch the live streams, that sometimes will affect your audio. Let me wander down through his article here. He's got a couple hyperlinks. And then he alleges that some more of these people, this is more from his article, David Jose Fosley, I believe that Tim Homseth has gotten mixed up with this guy. He's the one that I think I've heard. And then this is more. This is actually kind of like another page of his thing, but he touches on that, and okay, that he gets into. This is the sightseeing tour they took. That did, taking pictures of sunsets. They actually on their Facebook, they got like 76 photos of stuff that they've done. So they've been pretty busy taking pictures. Reminds me of Tim Homestead. They got 76s on this one. Vegas to Utah. It's funny about this. March 27th. This is around the time that I believe that Tim Homestead was in this part of the country. I mean, did these two meet up? Or these three, I guess? I don't know. And then, of course, this is what the price here that, Discuss pays for. He said, so there is a certain fake journalism from Kansas going after families I help, claiming I have never gotten a child home and that I'm a fraud. Well, you probably are, lady. So let the people speak. My concern is the harm he does to cases and so on. There is such a thing as the First Amendment, Francesca. So if you don't like it, tough. But, and he stated that he has asked repeatedly for proof that she has saved anybody, and she is yet to do it. And this falls right in line with Tim Homestead. You ask him for proof, and all you get are accusations. So it's like, that's the way it is. Yeah, they're multiplying like roaches. You step on one and another one just pops right up and they start crawling around in your curtains or something. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I understand that there's thousands of these people out there. So it's just, it's just this is a lifetime battle that people like us are going to be waging against these scammers. Because there's just too damn many of them. And until the government comes in and starts doing something about this, we're stuck. And I take my hats off to Discuss. He's doing a good job. He's got a very good stream that he does. He's better at it than I am. I think everybody that does this is better than I am. But you can think of roaches, you can think of rats. I mean, you kill one and it doesn't show up. It's amazing. And thank you, Dodger, because you're where I finally saw this and decided to check it out. I've seen these posts being made by you and Becca and others, and I finally decided to check it out and see just what the deal was with these two. And this is really something. Quite an enterprise this woman has. She's got a studio in New York City. She's got a book out there. But at the same time, the court case is out there. So, the woman's gotten her, that's another one of these people that got on the losing end of a court case and they decided to retaliate in this way and found a way to make money off it. So. Yeah, you're going to town on all them videos. Good job. They're kind of add a little humor to the truth there when you watch them. That's what I like about it. That kind of editing, it's hard for me to do. And again, it's because of the music. Because I'm trying to I'm trying to see if there's a way to set this thing up to where I offset my expenses, and that's why I've got to get up to 1,000. But it's kind of a slow grind. Everybody's got, with everybody being thrown out of work, they don't have extra money. So it's kind of like fighting a losing battle, which it's the way it is. I don't mind. But that's where we're at today. Oh, I gotta watch that tapping. Time for another beer, hummus, and homemade pita chips. Sounds yummy. He's got a pretty good system here. I hope he goes far with it, because the more people that get involved in this situation, the better. The more voices out there we have, the better. Yeah, supposedly everybody's getting a check, so watch your mailbox. Q not intended, okay? Interesting website he's got. Wonder what he's using for a... Wonder if that's a... Wonder if that's a WordPress site, or what he's using to do his... or what he's using. I guess he designed his own by the looks of this. 'Cause I like the layout of this. On some of these websites, they have their own blog software other than WordPress. I've always wanted to find out so I could get the same software, and so I'm not dependent on WordPress. So and I have not been able to find how they make these gaming videos, music videos, political, shopping, what the fuck videos. It's got quite a thing going on. Let's see. Discuss Global is an independent media outlet focused on delivering fair and unbiased reports of things happening around the world and online. Yeah, well, you're doing a pretty good job of it. And then it's got contacts. Interesting. Good job. Well, this $1,200 thingy that Trump has set out. Even though I'm on Social Security, I'm supposed to be getting one of these things, and I think the majority of people aren't going to see it until April 15th at the earliest. Oh, happy birthday, Dodger. Didn't know it was your birthday. Then he's got, alright, I'm going to retweet the Dodger Miko Hayes clip.
Fantastic.
37 minutes. I'll have to watch this because I like the way he reports. I can't live stream it because it gets into copyright situations, so I'm not going to get involved with that. But I'll retweet it on Twitter, so it'll be in my timeline. Well, I think 2,400's in addition to the 5,000 that were scammed out of those people. If I'm right, I don't know. Quarantine birthdays, yeah. I was lucky. I got my birthday in before the quarantine, although it was spent, well, at 34,000 feet. But, you know, at least I wasn't in quarantine. And if Trump opens up things, I may find myself back on my old schedule. I keep, you know, I have my little conferences every day, and we're basically, if they lift the quarantine, I'm going to be right back at it again. Yeah, that kind of sucks, Martha. Happy birthday to the birthday boys. Happy birthday to the birthday boys. La 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 la, and all that other shit. And damn, I cannot sing. Miko Mania. Good job, Miko. Thanks for the plug, by the way, Rebecca. Oh, cool. Yeah, the only problem you may have, Dodger, is the shipping times, because of this corona thing. Amazon is very selective about what they're going to ship. But if you've never flown a drone before, get a basic one. Don't go into the high-end ones, and get yourself a cheap one to kind of get the hang of it, and then you can go into a good one. Yeah, thanks. I got the voice of Kermit the Frog. Ribbit, ribbit. I've got all kinds of speech processors and mixers and stuff here, and yet I don't bother to hook the damn things up. I just go straight into the computer. The Blue Yeti seems to be doing a decent job. Okay. Navy medical ship USNS Comfort mission in New York is to treat tortured children rescued from the underground. That's Tim's latest baloney. Crazy dude. Randy did something weird. She's got a picture of a naked something on her Facebook, and it's supposedly the First Lady. And what I don't understand is, why is she allowed to put frontal nudity on Facebook? I mean, there are kids, surfing Facebooks that might see this. It's not a smart thing to be putting this kind of thing on Facebook. And it's basically, and what it is, she link to a YouTube channel run by Isaiah Brown. And it was a mock cannibal dinner was held in 2011 to fundraise for the Museum of Contemporary Art. Celebrities were in attendance. Now, apparently it's a cake. Well, I'll tell you, somebody made that thing into a cake. I can't put this on here; it's just too adult. But this is weird, yeah. And of course, Randy put it on her website. Jeez, I'm surprised Timothy didn't do it. Oh, that's right up Tim's alley. And he's too busy with this fake task force crap. I don't know what the hell this is about. And we got the fake judge writing to President Trump saying that Bill Gates should be arrested. So, you know, more of that conspiracy nuttiness going around. Ooh. I'll tell you, somebody's pretty good at making cakes. Yeah, I thought maybe it was $1 or something, but it's a damn cake, according to the video. To each their own, I guess. But, you know, it's probably not true. Nothing that Rebecca says is true. So, or not Rebecca, sorry Rebecca, but Randy. Getting my women mixed up tonight. I can get myself in big trouble that way. All these damn women running around. I like his header, stay the fuck home. I'm looking to discuss this page again. Amazing. Joe Exotic placed in COVID-19 isolation. Yeah, under prison protocol. That makes sense. Right. Yeah, the one about the this Amato couple, because that's the one I've been using. That's where I got the information about what Discuss was talking about was from your video. And let me. Let me get back down here. What the heck? Oh, I don't want that. I want notifications. There we go. So let me go back down. Because you're quite a ways down here. Cats and dogs, cats and dogs. Who knows cats and dogs? Damn, where the heck are you? Oh, the Timmy vid, the one with the tower. I used that last night. Cause when I did my webcast last night, I used part of that. The one with the laughter and the clapping of the hands and all that. Did you do another one? Yeah, I gotta find you over on Twitter now. Trying to find you on Twitter because that's how I link to you. Finding you on YouTube is kind of hard. Okay, let me do it this way. I'm having a dumb dumb truck driver moment here. Okay. Yeah, I've got the one you did 14 hours ago. And I believe that's the one I used last night. Yeah, I used that, I had it on last night for a little bit. And then I went into, let's see. What I gotta do is I gotta mute it because it's got copyrighted music on it again. Come on, get down here. I liked it. It was a funny video. Man, here we go with a silent movie version of it. Yeah, because unfortunately, because of the copyright, I can't use the music. At least people get an idea. But, you know, the thing of it is you can tell by how deeply that thing was parked that he's clearly trespassing. And you can clearly tell that there's farm products in the truck. Puts the number and name of the company for all the sovereign sillies, and there's Timmy. Hi, Timmy. And of course we got to get the license plate number, and we go over here and we get the license plate number of that truck, and Timmy is in the grill. And more telephone numbers and name of companies, all the goodies they got in the back so people know what to steal. Nice flatbed trailer that somebody can take. Actually, if they had 2 pickup trucks, they could go take both trailers, because they just unbolt, roll it back, and bolt it up, and away you go. You got 2 free trailers. And, you know, nice of them to show the fact that both gates are unlocked. There's no lock in either one of those 2 gates. You know what's funny? I was reading Billy Graham had a couple reporters arrested for trespassing. Because they came on campus and they did a story, so Frank Graham, or whatever the hell his name is, he went and filed a warrant for their arrest. And these people that own this tower, they said anything happens to that tower, Tim Holmseth is at the top of the list. And the same thing goes for the company that owns the 2 pickup trucks. If they say anything comes missing off our trucks, they know where to go. So that was nice of Timmy to do that. Well, that's no problem because, you know, it's public information anyway. But the thing of it is, you know, the sovereigns are going to be seeing Timmy's YouTube more than anything. So actually, he's the one, since he created the video, he's the one that's in trouble for it because he was on the property. You know, it gets into if they complain, they could do a strike against them for posting that kind of information on YouTube and so on. He's not too bright. But Tim better hope that nobody does anything to that tower, because he's right in the middle of it now. You know, you put yourself right in the middle of something like that. That's not a... You're welcome, Dodger. You're doing a public service. But Tim doesn't realize the liability he's placed on himself for being there. No, nothing will happen because the sheriff's department has put extra patrols there. Both companies are aware of it. So he better hope nothing happens. You know, this tower's in the middle of nowhere. It's not exactly in downtown, whatever that city is. It's in the middle of a cornfield on the outskirts of town. Because I metered it according to the timestamps on the video. So he's basically, if, because he's going to get all these 5G protesters riled up, and they're going to go out there and they're going to want to do something to the tower, or at a minimum to any of the construction. It's not so much the tower, but if you've got a man hoist out there, or a crane, or any of that stuff, it can be vandalized. They can vandalize the ground equipment, which, one of those extended man lift things are $100,000 and up. And it's not hard to screw one of those things up. To see it, you see it all the time. I was watching a bunch of these old construction videos on YouTube where they were building the Connecticut Turnpike, or the Massachusetts Turnpike, and they were talking about people damaging equipment and letting a truck roll down a hill with the brakes off and ruin the truck. And people do that. If they don't like something you're doing, they'll figure out a way to screw you up. And then damaging construction equipment is one of the easiest things to do. You don't necessarily steal something. You can sit there and, set a piece of construction equipment on fire. In hopes that the company's going to not go ahead with what they're doing. But, they have insurance and stuff. And then it's an act of domestic terrorism. So you're just, because it's interstate commerce. Telecommunications is interstate commerce. So it's not a wise thing to go around burning up towers. But we'll see what happens. Tim just made it easy. He made the video, and that was all I did was go through and do a stop frame analysis on it and caught him in the window. I was lucky. But he makes it easy. He does it every video he makes it easy. And he doesn't learn. Never learn. It's like and matter of fact, I don't think he cares. He just does the stuff, and if he gets caught, he don't care. He justifies it. Yeah, sorry about that. I got to get this thing on a mic stand. I've tried everything. I've even tried putting it on my mouse pad, and it doesn't do a bit of good. Let's see, did I get any mail? Yeah, got 2 of them. Telling me my channel's online. Okay, well, that's... Okay. And I just, people are a trip. Talk about let them eat cake. Most people want flowers off a cake. Jeez. How do you eat something like that? I wonder, how did they make the hair? This is what strikes me about this cake. I'll put the link to the video in here if you want to go see this thing. Yeah, that's in bed. I don't want to do that. I'll just share the link. This is Isaiah Brown, whoever this guy is. Yeah, gots to have the coffee. Well, that's kind of like me with my Pepsi. It's basically a kind of a caffeine in there. I'll watch that thing on Aldi. We got an Aldi here. Cookies and coffee? Oh, you're getting cookies, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I had a long and interesting talk with the company that owns the tower. Yeah, Tim's dumb. He didn't even bother to check out what kind of tower they were building. Amazing. Yeah, because just because you put up a cell tower doesn't mean it's going to have 5G on it. And, the company puts the tower up and it's up to the carriers to decide what they want to put on the tower. Ooh, jeez. There's a video that's alleged to be a mass burial going on in New York. I don't know if that's... Hart Island, yeah, they said Hart Island's one of these little things that's not used all that much, so I can understand that. Veterans affairs, people are dying. Just doing a little internet exploring here. Yeah, it's a funny thing about having a live stream 7 days a week is coming up with stuff to talk about. And I know there's a couple of these sovereign citizen things I'm going to be looking at. Yep, guzzled down my Pepsi. Got that out of the way. Tiger King. Oh, you went over and saw the cake thing? Yeah, that thing is actually a damn cake. I couldn't believe that. So, holy smokes. I'd make a crass joke, but I get in trouble with the ladies, so I ain't going there. But the dirty truck driver jokes are coming out on that one. Jeez. Amazing. Kind of like I want to lick the frosting off of that cake. All the glitter that glows, or something like that. I know an interesting place to put a couple candles. And you can blow out the candles. There she blows. Now can you imagine if somebody made a cake of a well-endowed dude? Boy, that'd create a lot of excitement. Just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. That cake adds a whole new meaning to the term eat me. Incredible edible. Hi, Sharp. Oh, the usual. Got into talking about another set of scammers that discussed an article on, and discussing Dodgers Uh, latest video, and a rather interesting cake. Somebody made a rather attractive cake. You sit there and spend all night doing cake jokes with that one. Let them eat cake. Now I got into discussing our motto thing that Discuss wrote about. What a pair. Just more heartless people out there. Oh, God. Oh, yep, they ate it. All right. There was a few choice pieces on that cake. Ooh. Yeah, a couple people did. Dodger, you did. I think Becca did. So it's getting around. I retweeted it. I shared it. Excuse me. Yeah, Van Reit's issued an arrest warrant. I gotta love that woman. She gives stupid a bad name. And it's the title at the end of the letter that's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting her notifications either. I'm going to have to go back in and check and make sure I got the notifications thing. checked. Yeah, it's strange. That woman is strange. I mean, she contributed to the downfall of Phil too with her stupid advice. Sounds like a plan, Rebecca. I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, it seems Dodger. It seems I got the same problem. The people subscribed and unsubscribed, subscribed back again. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's hard to build numbers. The only way I can figure that Timothy and these others have done it is they've gone out and bought the subscribers, because their numbers never seem to change. It stays right where they're at, and that's not normal on YouTube. Because you're always going to have a fluctuation in subscriber numbers. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Yeah, I'm aiming for a relatively low number of subscribers, judging YouTube standards, and they're just not getting there. Well, I don't know if it's YouTube or what it is. It's just that, for whatever reason, getting the needed numbers is getting to be something of a chore. So I'm not concentrating on it as much as I was before, because it's a losing battle. I've got an alternative worked out if I don't get to my goal, so. But I'm going to study a little more. It's just I get busy with stuff, and it's hard to sit down and take the time I need to do it. I need a laser and a cat, and let the cat chase the laser, and then maybe I'll start getting some numbers. Funny what people subscribe to on YouTube. Yeah, I got to admit, this isn't the most exciting channel on the internet. So I understand that getting interested parties on here is going to be a little bit on the tough side. But I'm satisfied with where I'm at. I'm not complaining. flowers in your hair. It's just a little bugger. Organic subs are earned, not bought like Daniel's. Yeah, I have a feeling Daniel's bought all his, the vast majority of his, because the partition ratio to the number of subs don't add up. Because I have to admit that for the number of subscribers I get, the repeat viewership I get on the archive videos is not that high. Yeah, it's impressive, but it's not that high. I'd be happy if the people just subbed and then never came back. Just leave the number there. But, people do what they want to do. You can't force people. Because the only reason, it's not so much that, if YouTube hadn't changed its policy on mobile live streaming, I wouldn't even be concerned about it. But that's the only reason I need it, is so I can mobile live stream without having to depend on a Wi-Fi. Yeah, I study ratios like that on some of these channels, and you can see where it's questionable at times on, how many of these subs are legitimate, because the ratios don't make any sense. Yeah, it looks like my channel number is going to be a little low tonight on this webcast, which, I don't blame everybody. It's kind of hard. It's not really a whole lot going on, and doing a 2 or 3 hour live stream is kind of stretching it at this point, because when you get into a situation where nothing's going on, it's kind of hard to have a discussion and gain everybody's interest. You're kind of at a... Alright, we got 2 million people that are looking at a broom sitting straight up in a doorway. This maybe this is something I ought to try doing. This is funny. But I've seen 3 or 4 of these now over on YouTube, or on, this one's over on Twitter, and basically what they've done is they've gotten this broom to stand straight up in the air with no support, and there's 2 million freaking views to look at a broom in a hallway that somebody's managed to stand up. Not sure how they're able to do that. It must be the way they spread the brushes out on the broom, because it's this style of broom, and these people have got the thing standing straight up. It's crazy, man. Whatever reason. Oh, I see why. Well, at the very least, my purpose is basically to just get the truth out there about these clowns. You know, and then people can take or leave what I put out there. Yeah, for whatever reason that. Somebody's coming out of the bedroom.
Can you crack the sky? I know.
Oh, it's coming from this. Okay. Alright. Well, that's rich. Yeah. Didn't do the transition early enough, so caught some of my retweets. Mushroom, spinach, bacon, cheese soup. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll take it with or without the bacon. Yeah. It's just as good without the bacon, I suppose. You know, everybody has their own little, probably variations in that menu. But I'll take it with or without the bacon. There's a lot of kosher food out there. That's good. I like kosher food. Yeah, because I know certain beliefs you can't eat pork. Uh, Kosher food is excellent. Uh, Okay, we have had 371 deaths in Florida from the COVID, according to this tweet. Mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. I love both. Usually if I order a pizza, I do double cheese. Double cheese and mushroom on my pizza. But I gotta watch. I can't have too much of it because of my celiac. That's too much gluten intake and my stomach goes crazy. Yeah, I like sharp cheddar. Sharp white cheddar or broccoli cheese soup. I like American cheese, but the white cheddar sounds like it'd be good too. Okay. What brought Holmes's name up? I missed that one. Well, because Holmeseth is stupid, that's why. He didn't take the time to understand the ramifications for what he was doing. And he also didn't take the time to make sure that he was giving accurate reporting, because he sits there and says that's a 5G tower without saying how he knew it was a 5G tower. And 2 10-minute phone calls, and I found out that they haven't even decided what's going up on the tower yet. And it's likely not going to be a 5G tower because of its location. It's going to be a standard 4G tower for multiple carriers. And the thing isn't going to go into operation until at least November. There's a combination of factors. The coronavirus has created a problem with construction workers even able to be out because of the stay-at-home orders in that state. And there's other factors in there like the permitting process and so on and so forth. So it's not like you can build a tower and next week you got a fully functional 5G tower. These things take a long time. So but Tim is Tim. He's going to do stupid things for the rest of his life. That's just his nature. Oh, this Orange County's got a thing up here. Mobile testing for zip codes. And I'm just curious where Pop is in this. Oh. I can't even read that thing. But it looks like I'm out of the red zone. Well, that's nice to know. Did they Channel 9 put up a map? Florida Department of Health working on mobile testing for zip codes with high number of COVID-19 cases, and my zip code's not there. So it looks like all of Orlando, the city proper, is in these high risk zones. It's nice to know. It is my opinion that Randy is behind it. Randy created it. Tim has login access, and it's just a way of getting around the YouTube ban. Tim might be doing it himself, but it's somebody in that close knit group, and it's got Tim written all over it. By the way, it's just the way it's promoted, what's written on there. And it's pretty obvious that he has a lot to do with it. And this is not the first time. He put up a YouTube channel where he was using the name of a woman. Put his videos up there. This Amy, whatever her name is, and that channel disappeared. So this is just, he's going to get around the YouTube ban any way he can do it. He's a cheater. I guess that other channel's not working out for him. He has to have YouTube to survive. Not that it's doing him much good. God, they're still doing spectrometer tests on that thing? Yeah, calibrate that pucker and get it up there. Skippy, what are you doing? I don't have anything for you to eat. Come here. Where are you? There you are. Skippy's behind my chair. Come here, Skippy. Come up and meet the audience. There, everybody. This is Skippy. He walks around all the time. Yeah, you good buddy. Blap, blap. Got myself a polar bear here, a little black bear. And this is they call it a ship peak or shy peak or something peak. One of these things you wonder. Oh, did Timmy come in? What name's Timmy under now? Lazy dog. Yeah. Yeah, he's an old buzzard. I think he's about 12 years old now. He's a rescue. Picked him up a few years ago. There was an old guy. He couldn't take care of him anymore. So I picked it up. Name is Skippy. Skippy the Skipper. This thing sheds like you wouldn't believe. I'm going to have black fur all over my shirt when I put him down. Okay. You've endured enough, buddy. Oh my God, you're getting heavy. Yes, you are. Whew. He's the laid back one. He'll sit there. He'll lay down. Amber will sit there, and she'll just start barking her damn head off. They're two opposites. So, yeah, Timmy's always watching. He can't help himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he did another video on me, put up the same old crap again. Oh, poor old Timmy. Yeah, he's managed to marginalize himself pretty damn good. Yeah, I don't need that. Skibby good dog. Bacon will not survive around Skippy. He inhales it. Dog is a... Sometimes I think he's not a dog, he's a goat. Because he eats anything. And he doesn't eat food, he swallows it. A lot of meat cake. I can't get over that cake. Whew. Garlic croutons. Yeah, it's alright, but those things are... I don't know what it is about croutons, man. Like, things are as hard as a rock. It's hard to eat those puppies. Where are you seeing? What name did he come in under? The problem with Timmy is he doesn't know that he's not a nothing, or that he knows he's a nothing. It's self-denial. He can't do anything constructive. He's just gotta get involved with this garbage. It's amazing. He'd be much better off in a different situation, and he doesn't realize it. It's a total waste. Well, I think she's his girlfriend. Yeah, I think she's turned Timmy into a gigolo. That's just kind of like Timmy's found a rich widow, but she's not a widow. So Timmy walked into a little bit of a gold mine. He can't do anything on his own, so he's got to get under the skirt of an old woman to do it for him. In some ways he reminds me of the film Mrs. Robinson. Do 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 do. Of course, Timmy's no Dustin Hoffman, but Yeah, I guess Timmy could look at her. Yeah, it's Timmy's cougar, Timmy's mother. Kind of like a chameleon woman. She changes her role as needed. Now, whether she stretches her coffee break or not, I don't know. I think Trace may have taken that role. But, that was kind of a easy come, easy go thing. This Tiger King thing is rather weird. Only in Florida. Oh, is there such a thing as making custom emojis? I think that was a one-hit wonder. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, he reminds me of somebody. It's not the same guy. I'm just looking at something on Twitter. Jeez. Okay, let's have a cute dog trick. This is put up by a rescue. Keith Obelman puts this up. They're trying to get this dog adopted. Guess he likes to play ball. Cute. Of course, I didn't transition it. Well, I'll go ahead and transition it so you guys can see it. A pit bull playing ball. And let me change this over. This looks good. And this stupid head in the picture. I'll put me out of the way for a minute. Good night, Christina. Yeah, they put that up. It's a sad thing because that's an order to kill on that dog. It's been in the pen too long. So this is from the New York City kennel, dog control. Yep. I gotta raise that a little. There. Didn't transition that properly. There, I gave myself a raise. They're putting people in your food. Oh. One half boxer, one half lab. Interesting combination. Yeah, Kennedy shared a video. So that'll go up.
They were doing a children's crusade. They claim that they work directly for President Trump, for the Pentagon pedophile.
I'm going to start this over from the beginning.
This guy's something. I'm not even really sure how to sum Timothy up quickly. He was paired up with this Field McConnell. They were doing a children's crusade. They claim that they work directly for President Trump, for the Pentagon pedophile task force. Timothy claims that he's like the journalist for this task force that doesn't even exist. And it all feeds into this crazy ass, like he's one of the people that's starting the talks of all these children being rescued from underground tunnels and shit. What Timothy's done is somewhat genius. He references himself, like he is his own evidence. So he's like, yeah, this happened. By the way, so click here to see where it happened, and it's something he put together. Or he has just some rando, no proof whatsoever, like call and talk to him, and she's like, yeah, I was a nurse for the president, and I can tell you that all of this happened and these kids were killed by Satanists. And Timothy Humseth is like, well, here's proof. And people are like, oh my god, that's totally proof. That lady said that to him. So it's like, here, let's... Evidence shows kidnapping charges against Kentucky mother Neely Blanchard based on pure fiction. That's not true because she kidnapped her child.
Yep, I forgot to do that again. Thank you. Oh, one of these days I'm going to remember to check when I do that. Very unprofessional operation I got going on here. And with the lag time, it's going to take a while for me to get rid of all the audio. Sorry about that, guys. Whew. I know. Let's see. I'm going to put up a hand here. See how long it takes for the leg to show up. Come on. Where's the finger? Where's the finger? Looking for the finger. Oh, I don't like hearing that. Looking for the finger. See, folks, what it is I've got a lot of lag time. Damn. Between when I put my image up and when it shows up there. Now I know I've got audio. Really strange. But yeah, it's kind of silly the people go out there and buy all these subs and then they get 1,000 subs. What are they going to get? They get a little plaque. and they might be able to do this. Of course, they're doing it to get the super chat, so they can rake in money off the super chat, and they can monetize their station with commercials and stuff. You know, and they're not making that much money. Even with 20,000 subs, you're not making that much money. But it's just a part, you know, it's to make yourself look important. You know, making money through YouTube is the least productive thing you can do. You know, if you make it part of a multiple, what we call a multiple income stream, then you can make a go of it. You do it by either endorsements, selling t-shirts and hats and stuff with your name on them. You know, a lot of what, you know, if you look at the professional YouTubers and how they make their money, they got a heck of a plan going. And a lot of money's being made through Creative Commons, which is not, you know, under the new YouTube, that's really not a good way to be making money. Because you eventually the people with the Creative Commons can withdraw their license, and then you get all these strikes. So that's not a good idea. But there's you know, there's some weird ways of making money on YouTube, and half of it's legitimate, and half of it is not. Lana Sabin, which is JFK, is to tell all the truth. Oh, you redacted all your audios. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's some weird videos. Oklahoma. This JFK Jr. thing is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I don't know how people can be that stupid. Yeah, and then we got the Postmaster of the World with the fringe flag. That's another dumbass thing. I mean, there are some weird people out there. One way to get rid of them. I think what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to cut off in about 5 or 6 minutes here, because make this a 2-hour stream. Because most of the video is just me staring at my Twitter. Gonna need to find me some stuff to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is my busy day usually, so we'll see what happens. It was kind of busy today, so. Yeah, Timmy doesn't care if people see through his lies. It's, you know, he just makes this crap up. And if people believe it, fine. If they don't, he don't care. You know, he's getting the attention he wants. It's, well, you have a good night there, Rebecca. Sweet dreams and all that. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I don't know why they name medicines things you can't pronounce. Yeah, go look for some content, Dodger. Do some more of your videos. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on the internet. Give them hell. But some of the stuff I find to talk about comes from your videos and Rebecca's videos and so on and so forth. Do-do-do-do. You're welcome, Dodger. Yeah, go give us something to laugh about and think about. Nothing like telling the truth with a little humor attached to it. Makes it easier to digest. Oh, just as I'm getting ready to... What's the matter, Task Force? You don't like me talking about Timmy. Oh, poor little Task Force doesn't like me talking about Timmy. Oh, that is just... Oh, so pathetic. Why don't you like me talking about Timmy? I mean, he's this all-important third person to the President of the United States, and he does all this important stuff, and you want me to ignore him? Oh, wow. So what? I don't care about my numbers. Yeah, I'll sit here and make them if I don't have anybody here. I like making these videos. You see, this is what I like, Task Force. You're telling me my numbers are going down, and you're right here contributing to the numbers. Now, I find that rather interesting. You know, let's see. I've got 14 people in here right now, and you're in here raising all kinds of hell. Let's see. How many people have you got over on your YouTube? Oh, I can do this the easy way. Oh, no, I can't either. Do 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 do. Well, you sure make it easy to find your damn videos. I'll do it another way. La 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 la. And I got nothing. She's just sitting there, kind of like bzzzt. Do you go over to discuss and complain to him? You know, because he's doing stuff on Tim Holmes stuff too. I mean, my. And Discuss he's got more influence than I do. So, you know, go over and tell Discuss his numbers are going down. I'm sure he'd appreciate hearing that. Let's see. And let's see. Well, you're doing pretty good. You get 1,778 views. You got 5,000 subscribers, and yet you're worried about somebody with 70 subscribers. Let's see. My numbers. You're right. My numbers are going down because I'm what they call a fixed format. I've got exactly 750 subscribers, and I run about 170 views. Yeah, my numbers are going down. You know, so what? That's a respectable number. I got. I didn't plan on that, but I got 20 good friends. That's all I need. So, you know, I don't care. But you seem to be worried about it. This is a funny thing, Task Force. You're worried about my numbers, as low as they are. Don't understand that. I mean, you got thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers over there in that super duper channel, and you're worried about this little pebble. Now, why are you so concerned about this little pebble? I mean, you even gaslight me. You know, Timmy puts up his little videos of false and defamatory stuff, and you retweet it onto your channel. You know, so for someone that thinks this is a nothing channel, you sure pay attention to it. I mean, I've been on the air for 2 hours now, and here you are. And it looks like cat got your tongue. I guess you made one post and then you left. Because I got 12, it dropped, so Task Force probably left the room. Yeah, but it just... I got the biggest kick out of it. You know, it took Task Force 2 hours to come in here. That's what's so silly about all this. Yeah. Tim hasn't posted anything in the last 5 hours. And let's see what she's doing. Usually she's the one. She put up something 32 minutes ago. So, conspiracy theorists are conspiracing away, telling false information, danger. You know, and they're talking about dangerous things in the middle of a pandemic. They're giving out extremely false information that are going to make people die. And you know, I find that it's tragic, but that's the way these people are. Sucking people out of their money. Tim can't even hold a job. You know, this is a guy that claims that he's third in line to the President of the United States, and he's basically eating out from under the skirts of some cougar. It's amazing. But, you know, that's the way it is. I mean, you know, at least I know Task Force is paying attention, because she comes in here every once in a while, makes this little jibe, and so that way I know that I'm getting under their skin. You know, they're getting their panties in a wad for this tiny little channel. It's amusing. And just right about the time I was going to close out, Task Force shows up. Doink. And good old Timmy, the coward that won't go to court. See, how long is this one? I hope Miko doesn't mind me putting this up here. Alright, since Task Force was in here, I'll provide this as a public service.
Charles Homestead, welcome to Timothy. welcome to Timothy Charles Homestead Reports, investigative journalism and reporting for the times we're living in. I'm Timothy Charles Homestead, and while I once was an award-winning news reporter for mainstream news from the days before the Great Awakening, I became a target of, was kidnapped and imprisoned by, the deep state after I uncovered a worldwide black market baby sales and human trafficking operation being run through the Ukraine embassy in Washington, D.C. I am now the only journalist authorized to report exclusive content for the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, and there is one person between me and President Donald Trump, and that person meets face-to-face with President Trump and his wife Melania. Today's Intel drop is going to be a recap of a story I exclusively broke on October 14th, 2019.
By the way, this dude's also on the run right now for not showing up for court for falsely accusing a attorney in Florida of human trafficking children through the Ukraine embassy, and breaking a court injunction like 3,500 times. So this is actually a wanted felon that is the only reporter for a task force for the president that actually does not exist, like, at all.
Which subsequently appeared in a YouTube video that has now exceeded 100,000 views. The information I delivered to the public,
and that is a terrifying thing. That's why I want to get on this more. I'm telling you, the following of this shit is... If I was a huge fucking asshole, what I would do is just drop this being real bullshit, and I would switch over and be like, fuck yeah, they're eating babies. I mean, honestly, it's a great market, but I just can't bring myself to do it. The audience, the amount of people listening to this shit is it's terrifying, honestly, that there's that many people that are that disconnected with reality.
Yep, forgot to turn my audio back on again. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I'm not perfect, task force. That's just the way it is. When I transition, I turn the microphone off because I don't want to echo online content. It's better. The sound is better if I don't have the microphone on. The only trouble is I forget to turn the damn thing back on. And I'm sorry, God bless, if I got ear shaving all over the floor. But, again, task force, I get the biggest kick out of trolls that come in here, especially right when I'm getting ready to end the broadcast. Because all you did by coming in here is you said, well, as long as I got the frauds in here and the pedophiles and all this other that want to come in here and troll my site, I might as well stay on the air. Well, just me, these people are scared because they come in here and intimidate me. I've got 13 people on here, and two of them, or at least one of them is this. Love me a sugar mama. Oh, we're getting a little bit on the racism now. I guess you don't know what a sugar mama is. Mr. Chubby eating too many of those McDonald's burgers when he's piggybacking their live stream. Yeah, Task Force is fun. And, just giving me evidence, and it's also, see, when Task Force comes in here, she's building up my viewing hours, because even trolls, YouTube counts, anybody that's in here, YouTube counts that towards my audience, so my numbers are way up. Whether, these people have no idea how YouTube works. The subscriber numbers is just one of a multitude of analytics that's used to determine, where your impact is. Yeah, use your real name then. So that's the thing, I use my real name here. I don't hide behind usernames. Yeah, Mert Witness 1 is a username, but I also identify myself. Task Force doesn't do that. And it could be because if Task Force identified themselves, they get thrown off of YouTube because they were suspended from YouTube. Timothy Holmseth is scared of everybody. If Timothy Holmseth was such a brave person, he'd be in that courtroom defending himself. It's funny. It's only a misdemeanor. That's one thing that Discuss got wrong. Because all Tim is he is running away from a misdemeanor. You know how pathetic that is to run away from a misdemeanor? Misdemeanor's nothing. It's really pathetic. The last thing in the world I do is risk a charge. Well, Timmy is scared of any woman that goes against him. I mean, Alexandra would have him for lunch. She's someone you really don't want to fool around with. Oh, there's no TikTok Task Force. You guys have been saying that for 12 years. Ain't nothing going to happen to any of us because we ain't done nothing wrong and you know it. You're just a dumbass that's out to scam people out of their money. It's pathetic. Right in the middle of a pandemic, you're spreading extreme disinformation. You're probably going to get people killed because they're going to disregard the good advice and they're going to get themselves sick and they're going to die. And I just wonder what Tim Holmseth is going to do if his parents are tested positive for this pandemic. That'll be something to see. Tim is isolating himself from the world, so he's not going to get it because he's not out in public. He's too much of a coward. He hides in that room, in that little lounge chair, watching that little TV, scamming people out of their hard-earned money with all this donation stuff that's going on. And then he's got this sugar mama that's paying all his bills and buying them cars and stuff because he's too much of an idiot to go out there and get a job. I'm not worried about the misdemeanor. I'm saying that Tim Holmseth is a coward. Tim Holmseth has lied about me. Tim Holmseth has said things about me that aren't true. Tim Holmseth has broken the law. Tim Holmseth is screwing people out of money. And he's lying. Tim Holmseth is pretending to be something he's not. There is no such thing as a Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. President Trump has never heard of Timothy Holmseth. It is all one big fat lie. Simple as that. No, I don't care if he gets sick or not. But he gets up there and says all this hoax. Oh, he's not on any damn assignment. He's probably, I don't know what he's doing. Tim doesn't go more than 20 miles from where he's at. That video of him at the tower proved that. And that's not even a 5G tower. I mean, you people don't know your ass in the hole in the ground. And Phil McConnell is braver than Tim, because Phil McConnell fought. He fought the good fight. He went to jail. He didn't run away. Phil McConnell at any time could have gotten his hearse and gone off to where they couldn't serve him, but he stayed put. He says, fine, you come arrest me, I'll fight you. And he's still fighting right now. Even in Florida, he's fighting. Tim ain't doing that. Now, Phil McConnell's got a felony against him. A felony. And he's going to go to court, and he's going to plead his case. What's Tim going to do? What do you mean, how do I know? I got ways of knowing. I got 5 drones. But I've got information. Tim told where he was. Because he took a picture of the tower in the car that he drives all the time. No, I like to bang counter. It's a desk, by the way. It's not a countertop. When I got to fix my microphone. I'm not nervous at all. Not a bit. What makes you think I'm nervous? I gotta love it. No. He'd take one look at Jeremiah and he'd run the other direction so fast you'd think he was a road runner. Timothy Charles Homseth is the biggest coward in the United States. Absolute biggest coward. If Tim Homseth was so brave, he would be up in that courtroom in East Grand Forks. Or Crookston, or wherever the hell it is. No, he runs away from a misdemeanor. Very minor thing. You get a slap on the wrist, you're done. Perfect platform for Tim to get all this stuff he wants to get in the court record. Right there. And he missed the opportunity. Yes, I called the sheriff. I called the sheriff of Pierce County to report that, because that's criminal trespass. And Tim Homseth is sitting there he gave out the telephone number of the company that owned the trucks. He gave out the license tag numbers of the vehicles. He sat there and made a video showing that there is absolutely nobody on that site. So thieves can sit there and say, he can sit there and say, look at all this stuff that's sitting around here and nobody's around. We'll go steal all that stuff. Tim likes to break the law. Again, why are you... I'm not worried. I am wondering why Tim refuses to go to court. Why is he hiding from court? As I've said, that is the perfect opportunity for Tim to get out all his information. He is wasting a resource. Why do you think Phil McConnell fought the court and stayed where he was? Because Phil McConnell knew that his messages were going to get out there. Phil McConnell sat there and got on until they clamped down on him. He was on the internet from jail every day getting his message out. He made a martyr out of himself. Tim did just the opposite. He just went and hid. He's like the little rat in the hole. Tim is nothing more than a little coward. I don't care if he goes to court or not. To be honest with you, I don't care, because he's a nothing. He's ruined himself. He's got dumbasses like you that believe in him, and dumbasses that'll just throw the money at you and Tim. I'm not changing the narrative. I'm speculating, but I know what he's not going to do. He's not going to go to that courtroom. He's just going to hide like a little rat. What am I getting? We're gang stalking here. But, so what? But you guys seem to be, I've got 17 concurrent viewers in here. You're 2 of them. So that means there's 15 whole people watching this. I'm no big threat to anybody. I'm nothing. I'm a pebble in the sand. I'm just one of 5-6 million YouTube channels. I hardly get anybody on here. And yet you two like to come in here and troll. I find it fascinating. I do a video every day on Tim Holmseth because Tim Holmseth put me on his list. Tim Holmseth has lied about me for the past 12 years, and he continues to lie about me. And until he retracts what he has lied to me about and apologizes, I am going to do videos on him every day for the rest of my life. And if you don't like it, you can stick it where the sun don't shine. I gave Tim Holmseth every chance over the last 12 years to knock this shit off, and he refuses to do it. Also, Tim Holmseth is a fraud. He's taken money from gullible victims, and the task force is robbing people of money. They're diverting attention away from the truth. And there's three women right now that are in court facing jail time because of Tim Holmseth, Bill McConnell, and the others. And that's why I do these. I don't drink. This is the only thing I drink. I drink my Pepsi. That's it. I'm not an alcoholic like Tim Holmseth. So you'll never get an apology from me because there's no if there's children being rescued, it's not by the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, and it's not by Tim Holmseth. Tim Holmseth has absolutely nothing to do with any of that. So don't sit there and tell me he's rescuing children, because he's not. He's changed his narrative over the last 12 years. He's gone from he's jumped from one suspect to another. He's never consistent. He changes with the times. And now this coronavirus thing's come out, so he's latched onto that. That's what Tim does. So you two can sit there and gang stalk me all you want, but I just find this interesting. Yeah, if I see proof that Tim Holmseth had anything to do with these 2,000, 30,000, last count he's up to 100,000 people. Now he's saying that the mercy ships are for treating the children that were rescued rather than this other stuff. It's just, he's distorting the facts. Those ships are there to take the slack off the hospitals. They're not there as part of some secret plan to treat kids taken out of a tunnel. That's ridiculous. He's reporting lies. He doesn't give the facts to go with the story. He just says, oh, all these kids have been rescued. Nothing to back it up. It's just like the tower thing. He reports things and he doesn't. How does he know that's a 5G tower? Where's the information to prove that's a 5G tower? I called the contractor. I called the people building the tower. I got the factual information. Jim didn't do that. Pirate Girl, why don't you go talk to Levi and find that out? I have no idea. I don't, it's no concern to me, about Levi's personal affairs. Now we got 3 of them gang stalking me. Oh, this is turning into an unexpected last hour. No, I don't kiss his ass. You kiss Timmy's ass. I don't care about Levi Page. He's somebody that's friendly to me, and that's why, he's doing his thing. Yeah, might as well. I thought I was gonna log off, but somebody came along here, so I'll be right back. Let me go get a Pepsi. Yeah, it's a medical ship for one hospital. It's better than no hospital at all. You know, they're going to take in the slack. Because what they're doing, they're taking in people that are not part of the coronavirus. But they're not part of this rescue children thing that doesn't exist. So there is no task force. There is no Pentagon pedophile task force. Yeah, the audit is on. If you have problems, redo it. Well, it would help, Mike. Yep. Okay, Golden. Cheers. Maybe that'll keep me from gagging and coughing. Actually, it's 3, God bless. Because there's you, there's Task Force, and now Pirate Girl has weighed in. So we have 3 people. Who gave Jeremiah Reagan a GoPro? I believe Kim gave him the GoPro. It was a Christmas present. And it was by my suggestion, by the way. Because I like GoPros too. And GoPro's a good action camera. Well, you know, it keeps the stream active. I was actually going to sign off, and all of a sudden, Task Force and company came in here out of nowhere. So I said, well, why not? You know, I like talking to dipshits. Task Force is probably the biggest dipshit on the internet next to Timmy. So why not? But, that's well, they're not digging for children. I think that's a construction project. It's just another one of these things that Tim Holmseth grabbed onto to make a conspiracy out of. Jeez, everything in the world is part of this vast conspiracy. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And frankly, I don't care what they're doing out there. Yeah, so what? It's a bunch of dumbasses doing this stuff. And, well, you already have the information. So, but, if you want to find out, go ask Levi. I'm not going to say a thing about it. This is 10 years old. We're talking about something that's, 2008, 2009. Why is something that happened that long ago so important to you? Must was, what the hell is a must? You gotta learn how to type. Sheesh. Now, Beth, actually, it's funny. Why would it be worth reporting? I don't get why a college tuition for some college kid, one semester, I believe it was, is, what's the big deal? I don't get it. No, I think they're putting in it's something that has to do with drainage or something. I don't know. It's nothing. It's just that the conspiracy nuts are making some big deal out of nothing like they always do. More of this nonsense. It's a way to just rake in the money. Well, the sugar mama admitted it. And Tim Homseth is a public figure. Tim Homseth claims to be the third in line to the President of the United States. That makes him a public figure. The woman you're talking about, or anybody you're talking about, they're not. None of these people are public figures. But Timothy Homseth has made himself a public figure because once you claim that you're that close to the President of the United States, all bets are off. Because every minute of every day of your life is a matter of public interest. So, Tim Homseth put himself in that position. There were no tunnels. If anything, you're talking about the drainage system that California has for storm runoff. There were not 2,000, 10,000, 30,000 kids in all these damn tunnels. That's a bunch of crap. No, Levi's not a public figure. He's nothing special. How is he a public figure? Not that I care. Yeah, but that's still, he hit, look on his page. He's the press secretary for this so-called Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. He's third in line for access to the President of the United States. So that makes him a public figure. He's a award-winning journalist, according to his resume. He's made himself a public figure. I mean, geez. Are you downplaying what Tim Homseth claims to be? Seems that way. You don't, you're making him out to not be important. Why would you be downplaying Tim Homseth's importance? Okay, let's see what we got. I will see exactly what he said. His exact words. His exact words is, there is one man between Timothy Homseth and the President of the United States. Okay, he's second in line. But it's right there. His words on his resume. There is one man between Timothy Homseth and the President and President Trump. There you are. You just said it, Task Force. That's what makes Tim Homseth a public figure. He is the only authorized reporter for original content for the PPTF, which does not exist. It exists in the imagination of whoever dreamed that up. And Tim Homseth is also claiming to be, by extension, he is a representative of the United States government, which is a felony. So, love Timmy in prison. Yeah, I would love Timmy in prison. Same difference. Same difference. It is saying that Tim Homseth is the only person that gets this information from whoever this intermediary is, that in turn gets it from the President of the United States. That makes him a public figure. BCSO thinks he's an idiot. Haley's family thinks he's an idiot. They want nothing to do with him. They don't care if there's a PPTF or not. It's a vehicle to get money. It's a way to soak money out of people. It's a way to bring people in. The Cynthia Absuck case is a perfect example of it. Because I know there isn't. I know how the government works, and there is no such thing as the PPTF. Because Tim Homseth would prove there was a PPTF, and he can't do it because it doesn't exist. You have no idea my background. And I know for an absolute fact there is no PPTF. Oh, Roseanne Barr is a moron. She's a washed-up actress on a mushroom farm that believes all this conspiracy crap, and I don't care if 100 million peeps see it. Yeah, and this is what's so funny about this is because you sit there and saying there's all these people with the 50,000 people, 100,000 people, and all this, and you're in here yakking away with someone with 15 people on here. Because 2 or 3 of you guys are part of the 17. You know, I got a total of 17 people, 3 of which were a bunch of trolls. What's your proof? I have asked Timothy Homestead to prove things that he said for 12 years, and he won't do it. You know, if there is a Pentagon pedophile task force, then prove it. That's your obligation under the law. You know. He's supposed to be an ethical journalist, and he's supposed to tell the truth. You know, that's one of those commandment thingies you see there. You know, one commandment says, "Thou shalt not lie." Well, Tim Homestead is violating that commandment. You know, Roseanne Barr is a loon. She sits there and likes to rub her own pussy on national television. No, he's not. He's not proving anything. Where is he proving that organization exists? Where's the proof? I haven't seen it. You know, link it. Link this proof that the PPTF exists. Where's his source of information on? Where's the paperwork the government has to file with Congress that shows this thing exists? You can't do it because it doesn't exist. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm a joke. Yeah, I guess you come in here for your last pirate girl. Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting that Phil McConnell came out and said that the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force does not exist, and it never did. I love the spin they put on that. The Task Force for Truth is something I made up. I'm not saying that that's an organization. You didn't watch any of my videos on the Task Force for Truth, did you? It's a concept. It doesn't exist. There's no 501c3, C4, C5. It's a concept. It doesn't exist. I fully admit it. I could drop the Task Force for Truth tomorrow and go back to From the Desk of Witness One Live. The Task Force for Truth is there as a concept. Period. So, you know. It happens to be a federal law, God bless, that they have to. And believe me, I'm in a position to know whether or not there's a task force. And number 2, if there is a Pentagon pedophile task force that is that secret, and Tim Holmes says is giving that information out there, he's in violation of the Secrecy Act. And that's treason. Pirate Girl. I was not that involved in the Haley Cummings case. Apparently you have a very short memory, because I know you've been bugging me for years. I went up there and gave a donation from my group to Texas EquiSearch. And I went over and I looked at the house, and I stayed for one interview that the sheriff did with the press corps. That was it. After that, I went back to covering Kaylee Anthony. So I don't care about the Cummings case. But Tim Homestead lied. I mean, what position am I in? I'm a retired truck driver, but let's just say I have a rather interesting background. It's not a military. The Pentagon Pedophile Task Force cannot get involved in civilian law enforcement, and that's what you're claiming Tim is doing. If they're running around California going into tunnels and stuff, they're violating their charter. It's a posse comitatus or whatever they call it. They can't do that. You know, the thing doesn't exist. You can sit there and claim all this bullshit you want, but it doesn't exist. You're not going to change my mind. So you can sit here and troll me until the cows get home. I'm on Social Security. Nobody pays me. Yeah, this pay shit. Nobody pays me. I'm just a retired truck driver. I got a little tiny YouTube page where I speak my page, and that's it. I'm nothing. I happen to have a past where I have access to certain information. And if you guys had done your homework, you would have found out what it was, but nobody has done it. I think there's one person that done it, and she's not on the internet anymore because she realized the mistake she made. Good riddance. That's one down, 2 to go. Gotta love it. It extended me by 30 minutes. That was cool. Next. Yeah, man, you gotta sit here and finish this Pepsi. This is fun. I like this. So what? There's no law that says that I have to be fair. This is my channel. You don't like it, you stick it where the sun doesn't shine. It's a biased channel. I've admitted it in every video I've made. I am biased. That's just the way it is. I'm not a news reporter. I'm not an award-winning journalist or any of this shit. I'm a retired truck driver that runs a YouTube channel. No, you don't. For someone that believes in the Bible, you sure violate the commandments. I thought Pirate was leaving, but I guess not. I don't know anything, Pirate Girl. I mean, you're here defending Homestead, and you're definitely here trolling me, so I'll say what I damn well please. This is my channel. If you don't like it, like I said, good riddance. Well, they sure got lively all of a sudden. These people should have come in earlier. I had a lot of... Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, I don't know... the thing of it is Timmy doesn't live stream that much. He does this little thing over on Facebook because he can't get on... Well, you sure as hell don't think much of me, Pirate Girl. And if I remember correctly, you and I have tangled over the years. I've tangled with somebody with that username, that's for sure. No, I'm not nervous. I just like banging my desk. Man, you're nitpicky about stuff. I mean, Tim does the same thing. Have you ever sat there and watched Tim? He's fiddling around and going, ooh. So... Yeah, if you're that nitpicky, I don't give a flying fuck. Well, I know what your target is, Pirate Girl. My target is exclusively Homestead. I don't see where, where this has anything to do with Homestead. My concentration is on Homestead and on people around him. Tim Homestead has accused me of being a pedophile. He's accused me of being the media spokesman for an organization that eats babies and drinks their blood. That is slander, defamation of character. It's cost me my business. And as far as going out and getting a job at Walmart as a greeter, I couldn't do that if I wanted to because they check the internet. I've talked to people at the Apopka Walmart, and they've told me that. They say we check the internet. And so with all the stuff that's about me on the internet, I can't get a job at Walmart. Can't get a job anywhere. You know, people don't, you know, and it was told to me that we are out to destroy you. We're going to destroy your business, everything. And you were there, pirate. You should know that. Why would I want pictures of Timmy? They're all over the internet. Christ, you already know my address. Timothy's got my address. You know, somebody, I can't think of who it was, but somebody put my address up there on my, you know, on the internet recently. It's easy enough to find, you know. Some, you know, Timmy's got my voter registration on his website, so he can get it over there. I wouldn't put it up if you sent it to me. You know, Timmy's got all my information. He's got my telephone number. He's got my address. Well, I'm from the state of New York. You know, I was born and raised in a little town in southern tier of New York. And I've been down here since the 70s. Late 70s, early 80s. Oh, that's fine, pirate. I don't, you know. We can disagree. I don't mind that. But it's just, you know. Well, good night, pirate. You know, I kind of lumped you in with the other two, but, you know, if I made a mistake, I'm sorry for that. What's with all this with Timmy? Why would I want any of this? I've already got, I've got mugshots of Timmy. I got mugshots, you know, I got his picture up here on my account now, you know, him way back in the old days. Christ, I got I got every court record he's ever been involved in. You know, why do I need anything more than that idiot? You've actually put his picture in a keychain? Well, there you go. That's selling that crap to make money. Makes sense. Do. Yeah, this is a trip. Well, Task Force is in love with Timmy. Unbelievable. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Stupid is. Yeah, now that's what I would do with a picture. I would put it on a dartboard and just get him right in the snoozer. No, that would be the opening for my show. I would just take a nice big picture of Timmy, put it up on the wall in front of a piece of corkboard, and we just sit there and go right in the kisser. Actually, I could get on the internet and make one up. Sit there and have dartboard practice with Timmy. There used to be software around there a long time ago you could... Oh, there's no way I'd wear a t-shirt with that asshole. You know what you could do? Send me toilet paper with him printed on it. That would be perfect. You know, send me a big roll of toilet paper with Tim. You know, send me 10 rolls of toilet paper with Tim's picture on it. I'd love that. Night, pirate. I would challenge you to send me a roll of toilet paper with Timmy's picture on it. That would be great. Well, Q is like anonymous. You got imitators. No tattoos. I don't do tattoos. I will never ever have a tattoo. That's a personal choice. I don't like them. Just never been one to do tattoos. Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure President Trump has his book. Probably threw it in the garbage can. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, the lies are just flowing out of Task Force tonight. Yeah, Austin got his ass arrested, poor guy. I guess President Trump didn't come to his defense. All these Q people are supposed to have the inside track on what Trump is up to, and they keep getting arrested. Yeah, that's what strikes me so funny about Tim Holmseth, is he's supposed to be this all-important spokesman for the President of the United States and his super-duper secret task force, and he can't even afford internet. He has to go out and sit in his car in a McDonald's parking lot to do his internet feeds, and even then it's not for very long. You know, he can't do anything on his own. The good thing about this, Timmy can't vote, because he doesn't have an address. I don't feel like it. Yeah. The task force shit that's not worth my time. Because I know the architecture. It's easy. It was easy enough to find out. You know, Tim's not very good at what he does. I found out a lot of it. Tim gives away a lot of information in that picture. The High Command growing fast. The secret organization of the federal government is growing fast. Now that's kind of... that doesn't make any sense. But fine, let it grow. Find more victims of this fraud. Eventually, you're going to get big enough, the federal government's going to get sick of you, and they're going to come after you. Anybody around Timmy is stupid. Yeah, I love it. You know, it only took about 6 months of being associated with Timmy for Phil McConnell to get thrown in jail. I haven't quite pinned that down. I got about 3 possibilities, but I know that the FBI knows where he's at. I've done videos on it. You ever hear of a stingray? Might want to do some research on stingrays. Yeah, and Tim lies so damn much you can't keep up with his lies. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I just find it interesting that for someone that's he's not on any assignment. You know, for someone that's so damn important, he has to drive around in an old car, piggybacking off the internet, hiding in plain sight. Yeah, it's stupid. But, stupid is. You don't even know what a stingray is. Yeah, he's on assignment alright. It's funny. Oh, I got it. Well, let's just say I have my sources of information. It was easy to figure out. You gotta remember, I used to be a car dealer. You know, and he sits there and he takes pictures of the inside of a car with the trim and everything. It didn't take long to figure out what kind of car it was. So I just... Oh yeah, I can imagine he loves his assignments. I can imagine what those assignments are. Probably going around the country screwing people out of money. That's all he knows how to do. Well, it's must eat something there. He seems to like them a lot. Well, it's the same reason you seem to care about what my background is and why you seem to care enough to come over here and be on this channel. It's not brainless. You know, again, Timothy Charles Homseth is a public figure. And so that makes everything he does a matter of public interest. He's also allegedly a representative of a federal agency. Well, see, that's the thing. People don't know, people don't know that car dealers that have dealt with cars have a way of knowing what kind of car that Tim Homseth is driving. It's not that hard to figure out. I mean, he gives enough information in the videos out that anybody that takes the time to look, figure out what kind of car it is, but being a dealer and having had these particular cars on my lot, I know what he's driving. So, there you go. Well, according to Tim Homseth, they get them from babies. So if Tim Homseth is parked at a McDonald's eating hamburgers, he's eating babies. 2012 Nissan Rogue, white. Well, I'm right here. Let me know when you're coming. I have coffee and donuts waiting. Yeah. If the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is not an agency, then what is it? Is it another imaginary thing or something? Do you have any idea what it means to be an agency of the federal government? Do you even know what the definition is? Because that's what Tim Homseth is claiming. The legal definition is that the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force would fall under the definition, of an agency of the federal government. So you might want to go, get that fake lawyer or judge or whatever the hell she is to look it up. You tell me what it is. What is the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force? No. God, I hate arguing with idiots. What is the task force? It's just not, you can call anything a task force. I got the task force for truth up there. It's a task force. The task force is an organization that was brought about, according to Timothy Homseth, by the President of the United States. It is part of the United States government. It is part of the Pentagon, according to you. So that makes it an agency of the United States government under the law. Jeez. People are something else. I wonder why Task Force highlighted your name. But this is the thing. People sit there and claim all this stuff, and they have no idea what they're talking about. What's this about doing? Probably the driver's side front door, since that's where he's sitting. Ah, for the love of God. That task force, you are so fucking dumb. The Pentagon is an agency of the federal government. It's the military. Yes, there is a building called the Pentagon. Jesus. Well, you're telling me the task force is a building. This is the dumbest person I have ever argued with. They have absolutely no clue. I don't think task force cares, because she's not even trying, or he, to make any sense. Because believe me, if there was such a thing as a Pentagon pedophile task force, I would know it, and there is not. Yeah, the Department of Defense is an agency, and so would the so-called Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. It would be a task force that would be an agency of the federal government under the auspices of the Pentagon. What if it's Marlena? It's not Marlena. Or Milana, or whatever the name. I don't know. Oh, if you're talking about the daughter, I wouldn't be surprised. His daughter's as dumb as he is. Dipshit went out there and put pictures of his son. Somebody told me that the dipshit put a picture up and said I'm moving into a mansion in Florida. I didn't get to see it, so I don't know what this mansion is that I'm supposed to be moving into. Now, I don't care what you consider the Pentagon Task Force, agency, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't exist. Period. Yes, the Pentagon is a shape. It is. Oh, never mind. I can't argue with stupid. Doesn't matter. The Pentagon Pedophile Task Force does not exist. You're telling me that Tim Holmseth is the spokesman for a shape. That the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is a shape task force. That's interesting. You said it. You said it's the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. It's a task force run by a shape. Yeah, fake reality, that's exactly what it is. It's the pud pulling task force for Tim to pull his pud. Because I like to bang on my desk. What the hell you care? I'm not nervous. Tim's the one that's nervous. He hides from accounting for his stuff. Comes up with all these elaborate lies. I ain't nervous about a thing. I beat on my desk all the time. Even when I'm not on there, I just sit there and... So what? Oh, God, what an idiot. I could go on with this all night. Comfort's mission in New York is to treat tortured children rescued from excuse me. Where is the proof for that? Yeah, the Department of Justice has stuff. I have no fucking idea where Levi is at. Go ask Levi where he's at. I'm not his babysitter. I don't need to know where he's at. Where exactly is Timmy, since we're on the question of where are people at? Stupid damn people. Yeah, if he's on assignment, he's out violating the stay-in-place orders that are out there. Oh, jeez. No, I don't have to believe him. He's with no high command. Tim's nothing. No, he's not on assignment. Last time Tim was on assignment, he took pictures of shoes. Got that story all fucked up. He's essential to the cougar, maybe. He's got to fulfill her needs. You know, he's got to satisfy an older woman in order to get money from her. What a pathetic bunch of people. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's not what Tim Homestead says it is. It's a tradition that's been going on for decades. People they go out in the middle of the desert and throw shoes on trees. Matter of fact, it's something that's done all over the damn country. Who did Timmy talk to on the phone today? I have no idea. Probably talked to himself. He's good at making fake recordings. A shoe tree starts with one dreamer tossing his or her footwear of old high into the sky to catch an old out of reach branch. Usually in there, unseen, neglected by others. And that's all it is. People throw things up in the... Oh, come on, Amber. Come on, say hi. Whoa. Puppy time. Okay. All right, Amber. I'm in the middle of talking to people about fake task forces stuff. How they make shit up about trees and tunnels. There you go. Go, go, go. Anyway, getting back to the fake tree story. No, wasn't Tim. Donald Trump doesn't know Tim. Never heard of Tim. Oh, he has not talked to any high command because there's no such thing. Except maybe that idiot out in Idaho. Oh well, what can I say? No, wasn't him. Trump leaves the press briefings early. He's notorious. No, Amber, I know you like attention. Yeah. Yeah, his high command is Randy, probably. Allegedly. Emphasis on high. Maybe he's out there, he's going to talk to some lizard people. Find some fish people. Glub, 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 glub. Get yourself get your help one of them big ass fish hooks and go fishing for fish people. Fish people, lizard people. Now, if he gets a big catfish people, catfish isn't too bad if you boil it long enough. Good old David Strait. Yeah, he's a piece of work. Oh, why don't you have Timmy go tell you a bedtime story? He's good with the fantasies. Go read his book. Read the Read the part that says hell. That's good reading. You might that'll put you to sleep. Might give you nightmares, but it'll put you to sleep. His evidence went to the general. Yeah, sure it did. Is that general that sells the car insurance? Ah, Task Force, you are such a moron. Yeah, David Straight's got quite a gig there, man. He just sucks the money out of people's pockets like a vacuum. Easy money. Guy is an absolute moron. But, stupid is. That's what Tim did. He went out to talk to David Straight to get techniques on how he could get his share of the pie. It's all money in the long run. Money, 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 money. Gotta love it. Navy SEAL or sheriff. Yeah. Isn't he the dude that's JFK Jr.? I mean, how do I know? It's obvious. I checked Mr. Straight out. He charges, what, $100 for these damn little things that he rents out hotels for? Yeah, David's another Looney Tune. I could give a flying fuck about that idiot. Yeah, Tim Homseth could have ended this a long time ago if he had just told the truth, but he refuses to do it. Did you know he helped save the Bundy Ranch? Well, Bundys need to be in jail, number one. They're a bunch of terrorists. So I don't care if he saved it or not. Birds of a feather, as they say. God Bless America. What's it say up there in the top right hand corner under title? It says Murtathon. Means Murt. I'm Murt. This is my channel. I had the channel set for adults only. So if I want to use the language, I'm going to use the language. If you don't like it, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. So, there you go. Well, who did then? Somebody claimed to be JFK Jr. I think that's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. JFK Jr. going to be the vice president. The guy was a freaking liberal, for crying out loud. Why would a liberal want to be vice president with Trump? I mean, if you're going to pick someone to be vice president, you don't pick a liberal. What the hell's the matter with you people? NASA was not created by the Nazis. Have you ever heard of World War II? God, what a fucking idiot. You people are stupid. Man, you just make things up out of thin air. I think it's... I wonder if NASA had anything to do with that colony on Mars that weirdo was talking about. You're gonna have a long wait. Well, you don't talk much about Field here. It's all Timmy. Timmy's the one that got Field thrown in jail in the first place. So. Hitler brought. Oh, so you're saying he wasn't burned in the field at. Oh, boy. Oh, here we go with this stupid. Man, this shit's getting thick in here tonight. Yeah. We've been down this road before. Hitler is alive. So that means that the United States is being run by Nazis, and that means that the United States is no longer a democracy. Well, yeah, it'll be revealed. There. Stick that up your ass. Jeez. You know, don't tell me what the fuck to do in my room, Task Force. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. God. I don't know why the fuck you're even in here. Oh, now Rebecca's wicked. Everybody that disagrees with Timmy is wicked. Funny how that works. Well, you just admitted you don't want one. You want a dictatorship. You want someone to sit there and tell you what to do, where to go, and how to do it. Well, it looks like we're probably going to get that. Yeah, technically it's a representative republic, but you're not going to have that either. So. No, I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't give a flying fuck about you. The only thing you did is you came in here and I was 3 minutes in signing off when you came in. So I figure I like playing around with trolls. Oh, I know just the ticket. So I'm going to show you. I've already got a picture of Timmy. No, I was getting, you came in, you should have known. I was getting ready to sign out. I wasn't looking for you. I don't care if you show up or not. Well, what you are is just so damn stupid that, I figured, bring in the stupid people. So, you decided to come in here and be stupid like you always are. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Well, the fish grew. Went from 600 to 1600. Alright. Well, Donald J. Trump can thank the Nazis because now he can go mine the moon. That's the last thing out of his mouth is he wants to go mine the moon. You don't have to have no trespassing signs to trespass on private property, Task Force. You might want to check the law. And I guarantee you, if Tim shows up on that property again, he's in for a big surprise. So I dare him to go up there and make another video. Judge William Coates Hitler. Okay. God, these conspiracy things. You know, Mr. or Miss Tower Expert, I would like you to tell me how you know that that is a 5G tower. You know, what is there about that tower that makes that a 5G tower? Hitler with a Rothschild. Okay. Sure, I don't care. You know, if it was a Rothschild that signed my check, that's fine with me. Pay good. There you go. See, I'm even more boring. You know, actually, about another hour or so, I've got a teleconference. He was smuggled out through the Vatican rat lines. Oh, God almighty. They are deep. Come on. Money's money. Oh. I'll take the money. It all spends the same. As long as it's legal United States currency and not them stupid Zen bonds or Zen currency or whatever the fuck you call that shit. I'll take it. Money makes the world go around. I'm only here for... Yeah, I'm 69 years old, so I ain't gonna be around that damn long. I see you are getting frustrated. Till later, your numbers are going down. I gave you the Walmart application online, and I told you I can't get a job at Walmart because of what's been done to me. Walmart checks the internet. God, Taskforce is stupid. NASA didn't generate child trafficking. God bless, you're stupid, you know. But, you know, you're here to troll me, so what can I say? You know, NASA does not traffic children. There are no colonies on Mars with children's sex slaves there. It's just none of one of these dipshit theories from that loon that wears that weird hat. You know, God bless, what I find interesting is Tim Holmseth takes Rothschilds have nothing to do with NASA. You know, it's just know one of your dumb conspiracy theories. You know, I wouldn't believe anything you told me. I wouldn't believe the sky is blue if you told me. No, I don't care where the money comes. If the Rothschilds are, you know, so what? Money spends the same. It's not the money's fault. But they wouldn't be paying me to traffic children. They'd be paying me for a service that has nothing to do with trafficking children. You know, that's the part you don't understand. You know, and I don't believe your conspiracy theories anyway. So the money, you know, as far as I'm concerned, God bless, you're a liar. Hitler was not a Rothschild. He died in World War II. And if you want to believe this conspiracy bullshit, then that's your problem. Money from NASA comes from the General Services Administration. Doesn't come from the Rothschilds. So, Yeah, you want to make yourself look stupid posting these ridiculous theories, then that's what you do. Levi. Pirate Girl, I think, or somebody been wanting to know where you are. See, here's my tribble. Actually, I probably don't know what that is, God bless, but that's okay. We'll call it a tribble. Now, we've been talking about, there's somebody in here saying that Hitler came over here with 1,600 Nazis and created NASA, and that Hitler is a Rothschild. I mean, why did you write the caretaker letter? Tell us that story again. Oh boy, we're going back to 14 years ago. I explained that. There were a bunch of people writing these letters. It was a what-if letter. If there's somebody out there that had Trenton Duckett, we said, you know, if you have Trenton, take them and turn them in. It was an experiment that backfired. Jesus. Well, I don't care where the fuck Levi is at. I'm not his babysitter. You know, I'm not going to sit there and, you know, Levi doesn't have to report to me and say, hey, Mert, I'm over here, I'm over there. I don't give a fuck where Levi's at. It's none of my damn business. You know, Levi's out doing his thing. He's out making a living, which is something Tim Holmes says is not doing. Well, it's not a tribble. It could be a tribble, but it's not a tribble. It's called a dead cat. And you'd have to be in a certain line of work to know what a dead cat is. But that's what it is. It's a dead hat. Yeah, Levi, I guess I'm supposed to know where you're at all times. I guess, you know, maybe I'm your probation officer or something. I don't know. But everybody wants to know, where the hell is Levi? And I said, I don't give a fuck where Levi's at. It's none of my damn business. You know, we got these trolls showed up at the last minute. You know, and I'm having, you know, it's amazing the bullshit that's out there. And they want us to believe this stupid task force exists. And again, task force. Timothy Charles Holmseth is a public figure. He's made him out to be this big shot who's solving all these crimes. That makes him a public figure. It makes him someone that is of concern to the public interest. That's why I talk about Tim Holmseth all the time. Get it through your thick head. Same reason. Levi is a journalist. Tim Holmseth has made himself out to be the spokesperson for the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. That makes Tim Holmseth a public figure, and since Levi is a journalist, he's covering a public figure. Ah, jeez. Here we go. I'll let you handle this one, Levi. And it's gotta be Timmy. It's either Timmy or it's Astro, one or the other. And it's just, what a fucking joke. Levi's here because he's a guest. He comes in anytime he wants. I beg to differ, Task Force. He happens to have a degree in journalism, and he's also... No, I didn't admit it, real. I said, Tim Holmseth. You need to learn how to listen. I said, Tim Holmseth claims to be a spokesman for an agency of the United States. Or in your case, he's a spokesman for a building. So, he's a public figure. He's made himself out to be a public figure, which means his actions are a matter of public interest. Tim Holmseth says he's a journalist for the task force. I even read his resume to you, remember? You know, don't twist the words here, God bless. You're making yourself look foolish. Tim Holmseth claims to be the only person that can talk about stuff out of the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. So, Tim Holmseth claims to be a very, very important person. that makes Tim Holmseth a public figure, which means anything he says or does is a matter of the public interest. Now, can you comprehend that now? I know. Well, I'm telling you right now. I don't care. You know, it is my firm belief and fact that the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force does not exist. Period. I've said it all night. Now, you twisted my words, which is fine. You know, you believe what you want to hear. But I am saying right here, right now, the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force does not exist. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I said. He claims to be the one that can report to the task force. He claims to report to a task force that does not exist. I certified. This is funny. Oh, now my numbers are going back up. Oh my god. Yeah, it's interesting, Task Force, to accuse somebody of something behind a fake name. Why don't you tell us who you really are? You know, it's very easy to do. You could sit there all day long and say anything you want under the name Task Force. It takes a lot of courage to do it with your real name. We won't see that, will we? We won't see who Task Force is. Because Task Force is a chicken. Task Force is a coward. Task Force hides behind a super duper secret name. Because Task Force knows that they would be in trouble if they put their real name up there. Come on, Task Force, why don't you put your real name up there? Scared? Same thing goes for God Bless. Why don't you put your real name up there? You know, why are you people afraid of? You know, why do you have to hide behind fake names and make all these accusations? Now it's you people that are nervous. I'm not nervous, but you people sure are. See, it's one thing I've noticed, that it's quite easy to go around and say things about people behind cutie names like Task Force or God Bless America or Pirate Girl. Yeah, Task Force is ignoring me. Notice that, people? Task Force is ignoring me. I feel left out. Yeah, Task Force is a bitch. Task Force is a pussy. Task Force is a coward. Tim has needed mental health since the day he went around starting fires. Little pyromaniac. Well, Task Force, why don't you show your proof that Levi was running around Atlanta wearing a dress? I mean, you make accusations. You make accusations without proof. Yeah, it's a good show. Levi is an excellent webcaster. People should go listen to that show. I highly recommend it. That's something that Tim Holmseth is not. Here we go with the name calling again. You know, Rebecca's just telling the truth. Boy, Timmy must be desperate. You know, get his little choopies over here with these secret, super duper secret names. Making false accusation as always. Because that's one thing, Timmy is jealous of Levi. Because Levi's accomplished something that Timmy can never accomplish. Well, it's T plus 6 hours. Oh, well. That's a matter of interpretation. I mean, you know, he may not be a public figure, but personally, it's none of my business. If you wanna disgorge into Levi's business, that's your problem. But Levi is not attached to a government agency like Tim Holmseth claims to be. See, Tim Holmseth makes himself out to be more important than Levi, because Tim Holmseth claims to be the spokesman for some task force that is affiliated with the United States government. So, that makes Tim Holmseth a public figure. Task force, are you going to prove that Levi Page was in a dress? You know, you make these accusations, you put yourself behind a sock account where nobody can figure out who you are, but you can't prove anything. It's interesting. Yeah, that's funny. Tim Holmes sued the National Weather Service because he wouldn't take a shower. And there is proof. I mean, the court papers are out there. So. Yeah, he's got more mugshots than Phil McConnell does. He's even got more mugshots than Chris Hallett. That's quite an accomplishment. And he's got more mugshots than Kirk Pendergrass. I think he lives for mugshots. Back, why not? See what this one is. Nope. 2. Yeah, I'll put this one up here for now. Actually, Task Force, we're wondering why you haven't prove it. Where did you get this information about the dress from? Usually when you make an accusation, you're supposed to put up proof. I don't see any proof. That's slander, defamation of character. See if this is the right one. Ah, yeah. Good old Timmy, convicted criminal. I thought you said Levi ran. He's right there. Here we go with the TikTok again. Task Force, who are you really? What is your name, Task Force? Come on, what's your name? You know my name, so what's your name? Notice Levi Page uses his real name, but Task Force doesn't. Isn't that interesting? He's probably high on something. He's an admitted alcoholic, substance abuser. Said so in his book. Now they're all enablers. Nobody wants to give Tim help because then they wouldn't be able to make any money off of him. He's a means to an end. He's a little money pit. He'll do anything stupid. They bought him a car, they buy him all his food, they give him a place to sleep. Well, Cynthia's going to be going to jail, unfortunately, because of Mr. McConnell. And because of Timmy. Now, that's what's so funny about this. Timmy's the one that got Phil McConnell thrown in jail. I think it's hilarious. The only friend Timmy has is himself, and he can't even trust himself. The only thing Tim has passed is an evaluation to see if he knows right from wrong. Because it's what you get tested for that counts. And Tim Holmseth has lost every single solitary court case he's ever filed. He's been listed as a vexatious litigant. Task Force, you should know the color. You apparently have this. Where's the information, Task Force? I don't get where you're getting. Where did you get your information from, Task Force? You're not giving us some proof here. you give all this shit out, and no. Oh, it's weird. Yeah, there's something weird going on here. Well, the cat's got your tongue, task force, because you're yet to answer any of my questions. I know it's not true. Task force can't prove it. She's sitting here and makes these she's just doing it to get people stirred up. Kind of silly. And task force doesn't realize that if there was ever a civil lawsuit filed, YouTube could tell who the person is behind that account. And this stream is being recorded, so the evidence is there. What's this squatting thing all about? I don't get it. I'm not understanding that. I don't know what the squatting is all about. That's weird. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Why? This is the latest I've ever seen Task Force up. It's 11:37 over there, so I guess not that late. Oh, I see. Well, I suppose if they do it outdoors, they squat. Usually people use a toilet. In the mail, we use, if we have to do the one, we use a urinal in public restrooms, or else we stand over the top, Well, yeah, there is that too. I was trying to get the context from Task Force, but you can see where Task Force mind is at. I just don't understand what, this is weird. Timmy followers are weird. Bunch of retarded people. It makes the channel interesting anyway. And see, the thing about that, this is what Timmy does, is we were on a discussion about the task force, and all of a sudden it got turned around to gaslighting Levi. Task force, the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is gone. And it's out of the discussion. Which I figured, this is what Timmy does. I would suspect that it probably will happen, Levi. These things take time. And, they got to wait and get the coronavirus out of the way. Then they got to get Phil McConnell in court and get the process started. And then I think that Phil McConnell's probably like a canary to try and mitigate his problem. Because Phil McConnell's got a lot of trouble ahead. He's got that business with the bank official to worry about. Because there's no statute of limitations on that. Tick tock, tick tock. I think Tim Homseth is the one that's going to be scared. Tim Homseth has no idea what's coming his way. Well, of course, Tim is a pervert. And anybody that... Yeah, we don't believe your stories, task farce, so I guess we're even. I'm gonna love this. Task farce has been in here for over an hour. Hell, everybody knows they're frauds. Yeah, this is funny that this task farce has been in here for over an hour. And what's funny is task farce comes in here and my numbers go up. I love it. Yeah, unfortunately, Monty's probably going to be... He announced at one point that he was thinking about going off the internet. Unlike Tim Homseth, he likes to go out and make something of his life. Tim Homseth just sits around and advertises these fake task forces and fake theories and all that. Yeah, people come in to see the stupid supporters of Homseth. You're a fucking joke. It's like I told you, Task Force, you're helping my numbers, so, you come in here and make a fool out of yourself, and people come in and watch you make a fool of yourself. Boy, you just love telling me what to do on my own channel. And it's not a table, it's a fucking desk. Jeez. Well, that's fine. Yeah, the Pud Puller Task Force. What's a plastic table? It's a scan design desk that I've had for 15 years. I don't care what you think it is, to be honest with you. There's been pictures of this console on the internet, so Yeah, go through some of my old videos. The picture of the console is on there. Task Force is a psychic. She says it's a plastic table. Yeah, why not? I've already ran over an hour. That should add to my analytics pretty good. Brings my viewing hours up. So. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how would Task Force know that it's plastic or wood or metal. You know, this must be an expert in plastic or something. Well, Task Force leaves and my number goes up. That's interesting. I guess I'll go up to 1 o'clock on this. Take it up to 4 hours. Wound up getting an extra. Yeah, it's funny. You know, I was right on the cusp of signing out, and all of a sudden, things picked up. That's cool. That'll work. I'm going to wait and see if the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force shows up. I mean, Tim has promised for the last 12 years anyway that law enforcement was going to show up at my... Yeah, but this is not plastic. This is a scan design. It's basically press board with a wood grain. You know, if you've ever seen scan design furniture, Scandinavian furniture, that's what the desk is. And I don't know where... I guess it sounds like a plastic desk. I guess... Task Force owns a bunch of plastic desks, so she must know or he or it knows what plastic sounds like. But it ain't plastic, I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I know materials sound different. So, what am I going to do? You know, I don't know what difference it makes. You know, if I was plastic, metal, cloth. But I have to do something about the tapping. Let's see, we go tap, tap, tap. Now, if I want to see something. Whew, that's even louder. I put it on my mouse pad over here, and it doesn't make a bit of difference. So I got to quit the tapping. Yeah. Well, for whatever reason, Task Force wants to think it's plastic. I don't know what difference plastic makes. It's a desk. Desk, table, platform, whatever, you know. It's something the computer is sitting on. But, you know, Task Force wanted to be weird. And so Task Force came up with all this. You know, it's been... Task Force hasn't made an ounce of sense all night. I don't think the Task Force wanted to make sense all night. Task Force just wanted attention. Task Force got it. And Task Force wants to say this is a plastic table. Now, I do have a plastic table. I use it on my field. If I do field streams, I got one of these things. I bought it down at Sam's Club. And it's basically a folding plastic table. Some kind of plastic anyway. And it's, you know, if I do a live stream where I need the table, you'll see the table. But this is about the most unimportant thing that anybody could be talking about is whether or not it's wood or plastic. Just plain silly. But, you know, Task Force has been silly all night. It's really weird. And Task Force doesn't like me tapping on my desk. Because it has gotten on me about tapping on the desk. Which, kind of crazy. But Task Force is crazy. Let me see if anything's changed. Usually it takes about 5 minutes. Either that or it'll happen in the morning. Nope, nothing yet. Option number 2. Oh boy, I guess we're blowing up caves. Earthquake in Pennsylvania. I guess I think it's rather stupid, to be honest. They come in here and say my numbers are going down, and they just hang around for an hour. I don't get it. But again, this is just somebody being a troll. I've had years of experience with trolls. People come in, and they basically just want to disrupt things and screw around, and they wound up livening, making things when did he make this? Well, I'll read this. I'll listen to this later. Another video's gone up by Discuss. Yep, they're definitely desperate. And this Tiny Tim, for whatever reason, has to have more attention. So, but, I would expect within the 24 hours we'll see something, which will give me something to discuss tomorrow night. Yeah, maybe Task Force come in here and make herself look like an idiot, or himself. Itself. I should say it, because there's no gender. Yep, well, looks like we're going to have some earthquakes this year. It's been a busy year for earthquakes. Yeah, I know. Jesus gracious. Gotta do that damn teleconference. I'm running late. Alright, I guess now that the excitement's over, I'm going to go ahead and close out like I intended to do an hour ago. Thank you everybody for coming in, putting up with the nonsense tonight. I'll be here again tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We'll do this all over again. May try a little experiment tomorrow. We'll see. I gotta check the schedule. The ISS is supposed to pass over the house, and I got a special camera and may try and catch the images. We'll see. But I do appreciate everybody hanging around. Eventually I'm going to figure out a way to make this a more interesting show. I'll try to come up with something a little bit more productive as time goes on. But we'll see. But yeah, everybody, Southern California, they have a way of getting through this stuff. So hopefully, Californians are tough people. I've got Cheryl's son is out there with his kids, so I hope they're going to be all right. But it looks like the people in Pennsylvania got a little shook up tonight. So, well, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. That congestion I had in the chest finally cleared itself up, so things are going good. Now, good night, Levi. Thanks for coming in. Sorry you got made a target again, but I guess that goes with the territory. So, until tomorrow night, this is William K. Murtaugh, Mert Witness 1. Have a good one.